Morning, everyone. Tony's gone. Cat's away, the mice will play. But we have a lot of work to do.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
Nacho is getting the 370 and the new rock picker, and he's headed out to pick some more rocks. I have a load of hay to haul on Wednesday with this truck. Not only am I hauling the hay down, I am then, after I get it kicked off, I am headed to Billings to pick up the building materials.
For those of you that haven't experienced the joys of crawling under a truck, yeah, it's not fun. Here's one of my problems. The exhaust, when I started it the other day, Friday, to bring it over here, this just fell apart. It happens. It's part of it. So, in order to get this off, take it off of this clamp here so that this whole piece can swing out. That one and that one won't come loose. Penetrating oil and an impact's not working. And I do not have a spare one of these clamps, which is what's holding the exhaust up, basically. That's one of the main supports for it. So we use heat. Works every time. Doesn't take a lot of heat to break them loose. I don't know if I could have done this with a butane bottle. It's the first time I've ever used a bandsaw to cut flex pipe. And I will certainly be doing that again. That is nice. So we want to overlap it some on each side. Hopefully slide that one way past its mark. I'll go up, loosen that, and be able to hopefully get these two together. We're gonna need a bigger hammer. The thing flex pipe is, it's not really flexible. That's it. There's my line that I would like to reach. Okay, break time. My arms are tired. Brute force and determination wins every time. So there's my line. I'm way less than a half an inch, and it just quit moving. Voila! Alright, the exhaust is back together. The new piece of flex pipe is in down there that comes off the Y. I thought it was complete. I forgot the sound check.
the hood's hitting right up here. So we'll pop the hood, and we need to adjust the hood stop in here in order to avoid that constantly rubbing again. So that's project number 2. That's my hood stop. That's what the hood rests on the back side. From that right there sits on top of that peg. So the quick way to do it is you can just shim up, which we may have to do because there's no slide adjustment on that. So we'll probably take that peg off, stack some washers underneath of it, and raise that up just a little bit. Will give me clearance back there, I believe. Okay, so I wanted to put a shim underneath this guy, but the bolt that runs up in here, it's molded in there, and it just turns. It's broke loose inside here. It's still tight. I can turn it by hand. It's pretty tight. So I tried squeezing that with vice grips to get a grip on it. Nothing. So I'm going to try, it looks like it's already been done. There's some, there we go, washers in there. So I'm going to take these 2 bolts off down here and add a couple washers in there and raise this up just a little bit. If not, I'll cut a piece of rubber washer that I can sit on top of here to raise that up. So that idea worked well for that bolt. This one turned about, I don't know, half a turn, and now it's froze up. Torch! Tony's going to be editing this video wondering why I'm trying to burn his truck down. Whoops. But he said it himself once, trucks are dumb. Works every time, just now it's too hot to handle. I'll have to go drink coffee for a minute or so. On the way to the field, when we were up north cutting peas, guessing a bird hit it and knocked the light off its little stand, and maybe it was the grasshoppers were thick enough, I don't know. We're thinking about doing some serious work to this truck over the winter, at which point we can change out a lot of this stuff. But for now, get this together so I have a blinker on my front fender. The mount bolts in, which just sit in little sockets in there. So it's a long way for a short fall, but then again, it's also a long way to a parts store to get a new light. So, and this light was already paid for and it still works. You're not a professional automotive technician unless you're holding vac connectors in your mouth. And then you end up like drooling all over them and... Just kidding. Hey, let's see if it blinkers and lights. What's going on there? Alright, back to the wiring board. Well, the other side blinks the same way, so we're going to call it working. Oh, works normal on hazard. Again, trucks are dumb. Alright, so I added 2 washers to each bolt on the bottom of that hood stop bracket. And then I had to do another rubber washer on top in order to get an equal gap at that corner as I had on the left side, and it no longer comes close to the windshield wiper arms, so I think we're in good shape. The exhaust is fixed, the hood stop is fixed, the light is fixed, it's been greased, fluid levels topped off. Need to check tire pressure and fix the tail lights on back on the right side. I think that's it for now. We'll see. But I'm gonna eat lunch real quick. Well, lunch was delicious. Thanks for asking. What'd you do, Nacho?
I don't know.
It's not pouring out. Just keep going.
So we are still in the middle of rock picking season. The 370 has a hydraulic line that decided to quit. So we are changing tractors right now. I'm gonna put this on the hitch. And I guess you haven't seen yet on YouTube the new rock picker in action. It's not shiny anymore, but it's working. It works perfect. We'll see what we can do with this one. I was changing those holes for the hitch, and I look down and I'm like, oh, that's from yesterday. And yeah, that's from yesterday, but we have another leak here. So yeah, I just called Tim and he's gonna bring the service truck and see what we can do. I'm considering on going back to Argentina for a few days, and maybe they can fix the hydraulic lines and I'll be back. Help them rock picking for 3-4 more days, and then I'll go back again to Argentina.
Here it is, Nacho. See, that's supposed to go all the way around. So, simple O-ring, not a big deal. Get it cleaned up and put it back together. Never a dull moment. Well, we got Nacho fixed up. O-ring blew out. And he can go pick rocks. I'm gonna go back to work on the truck.
So that's exactly the kind of rocks we are trying to pick. And that's exactly the ones we can, because we will be getting a lot of stubble on the rock picker. And basically what this machine does is just pick up the rock, and that's it. I'm loading up some of the oat hay that Nacho and Tony baled up, and I'm going to take them down to a ranch down by Jordan, and which is actually where Tony is right now, only he's down there hunting. And drop these off tomorrow morning, and then I'm running to Billings with the semi and the step deck, or drop deck, trailer, whatever you want to call it, to get building materials for the new building. So worked out pretty well. So pretty much it's on the way, so why not? Well, I got the truck loaded and all strapped down, ready to go tomorrow. And yeah, I gotta go pick up Nacho. He's still out picking up rocks. Well, we made it. Working on unstrapping and rolling up my straps. And we'll get these bales kicked off and head to Billings. And as one should, you open a gate, you close the gate. You notice that they're nice and tall fences. And Tony's out here elk hunting in this area. So, yeah. It's supposed to help keep the elk out. But as you can see, maybe on that bale over there, they still got into it. Makes them tastier. Elk fence, gate, short people. Had to add a block to get to it. Oh God, short people problems. On the road, need to head down to the main ranch and get an empty weight. And you're doing 20 miles an hour and you're gaining RPMs with the jakes on, it's because it's a steep hill. Well, there's part of the building all loaded and strapped down. No, I'm not a professional flatbed tie down strapper guy, but it's on there and it's tight. I'm definitely not God's gift to step deck trailers hauling lumber. Those guys that do it, they earn their money. Let's get on the road. You guys asked for jake brakes and I have a really long downhill, so